It's funny how certain stories never really leave you. You finish the game, the credits roll, the music fades out, and yet something lingers. That's always been the magic of the Life is Strange series, and now with Life is Strange Reunion, it feels like that lingering emotion is finally being confronted head-on. Not ignored, not softened, but faced directly, like a conversation you've been avoiding for years. So, here we are again, back with Max, back with Chloe. And honestly, it doesn't feel like just another sequel, it feels like a reunion in every sense of the word. You know that feeling when you run into someone from your past and you don't know whether to smile, cry, or just stand there awkwardly. That's exactly the emotional tone Reunion taps into from the very beginning. It's been nearly a decade since fans last saw Max and Chloe together in a meaningful way. And while games like Life is Strange, Double Exposure explored new directions and characters, there was always that missing piece, the dynamic that made the original so unforgettable. And now Chloe is back. But this isn't just fan service, or at least it doesn't feel like it at first glance. The game picks up right after the events of Double Exposure, placing Max in a world that already feels fractured, unstable, and emotionally heavy. Chloe's return doesn't magically fix things, it complicates them. In fact, it might be the very thing that pushes everything over the edge. There's something immediately striking about the tone of Reunion. It's darker, more melancholic, almost like the game itself is aware that this story can't end the same way it began. The music leans into that feeling, with carefully placed tracks that don't just accompany scenes, they define them. At one point during the preview, a single song drop hits so perfectly that it's hard to tell whether the emotional response comes from nostalgia or genuine storytelling power. Maybe both. Visually, this is easily the most refined Life is Strange has ever looked. The facial animations, the subtle environmental storytelling, the way characters carry themselves, it all feels more grounded, more real. Walking through Max's house or exploring locations like the Snapping Turtle Bar gives you that familiar sense of intimacy, but now layered with a deeper sense of history. Every object feels like it has a story, and every corner feels like it's hiding something. And then there's the gameplay. Returning to Max's rewind ability feels like coming home. While the dimension-hopping mechanics in Double Exposure were interesting, they never quite captured the emotional and narrative precision of rewinding time. Here, it just works. It fits the story. It fits Max, and more importantly, it creates those classic Life is Strange moments where you say something, regret it instantly, rewind and try again, only to realize that even the right choice doesn't always feel right. But what really stands out this time is how the game handles Chloe. Unlike Max, Chloe doesn't have powers, she never did, and that contrast becomes one of the most interesting gameplay elements in Reunion. While Max can manipulate time, Chloe has to rely on instinct, observation, and quick thinking. Her backtalk mechanics return, but they're more refined now, faster, more intense, and with real consequences. There's no rewind safety net when you're playing as Chloe. If you mess up, you live with it. That difference creates a fascinating dynamic between the two characters. Max represents control, the ability to fix mistakes. Chloe represents reality, the idea that some things can't be undone. And when those two perspectives collide, the result is something that feels uniquely Life is Strange. The story itself leans heavily into themes of memory, consequence, and identity. One of the most intriguing aspects is the idea of merged timelines. Without going too deep into spoilers, characters seem to carry fragments of different realities, memories that shouldn't exist, emotions that don't quite make sense. It raises questions that the series has always danced around but never fully explored. What happens when choices don't just affect outcomes, but the very structure of reality itself? And more importantly, what happens when you can't tell which version of events is the real one? Chloe's return plays directly into that mystery. She's alive, but her presence isn't simple or straightforward. There's a sense that something isn't quite right, like reality itself is struggling to accommodate her existence. It's unsettling in a subtle way, the kind of narrative tension that builds slowly rather than hitting you all at once. At the same time, the game doesn't forget to be human. There are still those quiet moments, conversations that feel awkward, genuine, sometimes even a little cringy in that endearing Life is Strange way. But this time, the dialogue feels more natural overall. The characters sound like real people trying to navigate complicated emotions, rather than just delivering lines for dramatic effect. And then there are the choices. As always, Life is Strange thrives on the idea that your decisions matter. Reunion takes this a step further by allowing players to carry over or choose outcomes from the original game. There's no canon ending, and the game respects that. Whether you chose to sacrifice Arcadia Bay or Chloe back in 2015, those choices echo here in subtle and sometimes unexpected ways. It's a reminder that this isn't just Max's story, it's yours too. But perhaps the most interesting thing about Life is Strange, Reunion isn't what it shows, but what it hints at. There's a constant underlying tension, a sense that everything is building towards something bigger. The fire that drives the main plot feels almost symbolic. Destruction, yes, but also transformation. Something is changing, not just in the world, but in the characters themselves. And maybe that's what makes Reunion feel different from previous entries. It doesn't feel like a new beginning. It feels like an ending. A final chapter. A chance to finally confront everything that's been left unresolved for over a decade. And honestly, that's both exciting and a little terrifying. Because if there's one thing Life is Strange has always done well, it's forcing you to make impossible choices. Choices that don't have a clear good or bad outcome. Choices that stay with you long after you've put the controller down. Reunion seems ready to take that idea even further. Not just asking what you would change if you could go back, but whether you should. And maybe, for the first time, whether some things are better left untouched. By the time the preview ended, one thing was clear. This isn't just another entry in the series, it's a culmination. A story that's been building for years now finally coming to a head. Whether it sticks the landing remains to be seen. But if these first impressions are anything to go by, Life is Strange, Reunion has the potential to be something truly special. A game that doesn't just revisit the past, but challenges it. And maybe, just maybe, gives Max and Chloe the ending they deserve. If you want to stay updated on everything happening in the world of gaming, make sure to subscribe to our channel and check out our Patreon to be the first to know about the latest news, reviews, and exclusive content. And for more information about Life is Strange, Reunion, and everything else gaming related, be sure to visit our website.